What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right, so Joel Embiid recently stated that if it were not for him being double teamed, he would easily average 50 points per game in the NBA. So, in an appearance on the Check Ball show, 76ers center Joel Embiid said that if there were no double teams, he would tear the NBA up. He was asked about how many points he would average if there were no double teams on a nightly basis, and he said, quote, no doubles, 50. Not even kidding. Let me start over. No doubles, 50. Not even kidding. I would. Because all you would have to do is just throw the ball down there every single possession. I'll get to the free throw line every time or I'll score. Most teams, they have what? Two big men? Next thing you know, you're all going to be in foul trouble. Even with the double teams nowadays, I get double and triple team every possession. Those guys are getting in foul trouble. So I think if you were not allowed to double, I mean, that's hard. So let me figure something out here. So what you're saying is, if it was easy for you, which is what you're trying to say, you would average 50. If you weren't double teamed and sometimes triple teamed. The problem I'm having with this is, what is it with players today thinking that players of the past weren't double teamed and triple teamed? Will Chamberlain was constantly, even with Bill Russell on him, if you look at the footage, he was frequently double teamed and at times triple teamed. And he still averaged 50 points a game. Michael Jordan dealt with doubles and triples, trappings. I mean, Kobe, Kareem, all these guys, all the great scorers in the history of the NBA had to at times deal with being double teamed. Charles Barkley talked about how the first, two games of that 1994 opening round series against the Warriors, they double teamed him. And that's why he was averaging damn near a triple double, because he couldn't score so much, but he was killing them with his playmaking skills. So in game 3, they didn't double him. And he went out and scored 56 points. Remember, a couple of years ago in the opening round of playoffs, the Bucks and the Heat, they refused to double team Jimmy Butler. The Bucks. Budenholzer refused to double team and went out and scored 56 points. So, in '86, the Celtics and the Bulls. Remember, pretty much in the first 2 games, they had the great Dennis Johnson on Michael Jordan, and the Celtics refused to double team him. And he went out and scored 49 and 63 points, respectively. Then they doubled and tripled the hell out of him in game 3, and he only had 19. But the point I'm trying to make is, that's everybody. I've seen games where Kobe was single coverage for the most part, and he scores 81 points, or 65 points, or 60 points, or 50 points. That's everybody. So I don't know what he's trying to say here. I mean, you're special? And plus, if you're such a skilled player, why the hell you have such a need to flop it all the time? Why do you have to flop and all these tricks to get points? Just go out there and ball, man. You even doing it in the Olympics. And then he just keeps talking, man. This is why people don't root for him. He keeps talking. Now he said something I saw where he said Jason Tatum has a super team. He said if I go 5 for 20, we lose. Well, you shoot the ball more than anybody else. You know what I'm saying? You shoot the ball a lot. You can sometimes go out there and command 30% of the offense. Tatum, I think is averaging around 25, 26. Let me look that up. Maybe I'm a little off with that. How many points Jason Tatum was averaging this past year? Let me see. Okay, last year he averaged 26.9. The year before that, it was 30.1, right? See how his scoring went down as the team got better? He went from averaging 30.1 in 2023 to 26.9. His efficiency got better too. The year before that, 46.6% shooting. Last year, 47.1%. Shot attempts went down. 21.1, 19.3. Three-point attempts went down a little bit. 9.3 to 8.2. Three-point efficiency went up from 35% to 37.6. That's what happens when your team gets better. You shoot less because you got more options offensively. You got more options as far as, the pecking order. So it makes the team better. But Joel Embiid, that's why he's a loser, because he's only concerned about his numbers. He's only concerned about individual stuff like MVPs and scoring titles. And then who cares if you're putting up all these numbers in the regular season? When in the postseason, you choke. You choke, bro. You go from averaging 28 points in the regular season to about 24 points in the playoffs. You shoot 50% in the regular season and 45% in the playoffs. You shoot 34% or something from three in the regular season and 28% in the playoffs because you're a choke artist. Everybody talking about Wilt Chamberlain. At least Wilt Chamberlain's points went down because the team got better as he got older. Well, he played with better teams, so he went down. Joel's still talking about how many points he's going to average. Brother, you got Paul George on your team now and Tyrese Maxey. And you keep talking about people can't stop you. That's why you lose, because you're a loser. That's your mentality. You care about numbers and stuff. And, man, whatever, man. It's hard to root for this dude, man. And also, you can make an argument that after he said what he said about LeBron, the media is tricking him. They asking him certain questions. The La Mafia, they're asking him certain questions to create a narrative. So they can say, well, Joel Embiid, man, I mean, this guy's going out saying, that he would average 50 with a double team, and he said Jason Tatum has a super team, and Joel, look at the guys you're playing with. So they're gonna make him out to be a villain. And you should just be saying stuff like, I'm confident in my game and blah, 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 blah. And what's up with these dudes always like complaining about something? Damn, like, bro, you averaged almost 35 points a game last year and you still want more. Why am I being double teamed? Why I'm not getting calls? I'm not getting. Let me look at this. Look at his numbers from last year. Now, when he won the MVP, He averaged 33.1 points, 10.2 rebounds, 4.2 assists, 1 steal, 1.7 blocks, 54.8% shooting, 33% from downtown, 85.7% from the line. Got the free throw line 11.7 times. Last year, he averaged 34.7, 11 rebounds, 5.6 assists, 1.2 steals, 1.7 blocks, 52.9% shooting from the floor, 38.8% from downtown, a career high, and a career high 88.3% from the line. Got the free throw line almost 12 times a night. The problem is, he got hurt. He got hurt. So you had a better season statistically than you had MVP. You won the MVP. But in order for your team to win, you're going to have to sacrifice a bit. You're going to have to be more of a team player. You can't. You're talking. Every time I hear this guy talk, man, he's not talking about the players he's playing with. He's not talking about the acquisitions. When we got Paul George. He's a phenomenal. At least I haven't heard it. It's more about what I can do and how I can, if I had it easier or if I was able to play my game, we could win. Then whenever y'all lose, it's everybody else. They're not doing their job. When I distinctly see your ass shooting 4 for 18 or 2 for 11. Funny how in these elimination games you disappear. In a regular season game against, somebody like the Saskatchewan shit kickers, you know what I'm saying? You could score 75 points. But in a meaningful playoff game, you disappear. Or you break down all the time because you love cheeseburgers and milkshakes. I mean, it is what it is, man. Yes, I got a feeling they're going to set Joel Embiid up to be the bad guy this year. They didn't pick that other players' carcasses enough. You know what I'm saying? So they need a new, fresh player to dehumanize. So it's going to be Joel Embiid, and I ain't taking up for him no more. I'm not going to take up for him. You talk this much trash, man, you got to back it up. Can't keep talking like you did all this and that. You ain't been out of the second round playoffs, bro. And you're 30 years old. You're 30 years old, man. 30 years old, and you ain't been out of the second round of playoffs. Dominique Wilkins dreamed of having the teammates this guy had. He had Doc Rivers. I no slight on him, man, but come on. Doc Rivers, Austin Carr, not Austin, Antoine Carr, Kevin Willis. I mean, really good players, but he didn't have superstars. And let me see something. Dominique Wilkins was in the conference finals in 87, or was that 88? 88. Dominique was 28 by then. He didn't have half the team this guy had. So anyway, that's all I got to say about it. Tell me what you guys think.